Okay, I will be playing some A Clash of Kings, which is a mod for Mountain Blade Warband, based on the second book in the A Song of Ice and Fire series. My George R.R. Martin, otherwise known as Game of Thrones, like the series, not George. Yeah, I've read the book, not bad. So that's a start. We go for a stroll in the recent hometown. Renly Baratheon declared Lord of Seven Kingdoms, Renly, and Protector of the Realm. That he's taken a daughter, Mace Tyrell, Lord Paramount, reaches Queen, Marjorie Tyrell. The fishmonger that you're speaking with tells you that King Renly is... That's boring, we already know. Let's go. Well, I do anyway, sucks you. You spent your early night as a noble in training. Later I became a squire. Now I don't know whether to be a noble or a page. Be a noble. Sense of duty. Sounds good. Alright, I was born years ago in a galaxy far, far away. Your father was a landed knight. He came into the world a son of an impoverished noble, owning only the house in which you lived. However, despite your family's hardships, they afforded you a good education and trained you from childhood for the rigours of aristocracy and the life at court. You started to learn about the world almost as soon as you could walk and talk. You spent your early life as a noble in training. As a boy grown out of childhood, you were trained and educated to perform the duties and wield the rights of a noble landowner. The managing of taxes and rents were equally important in your education as diplomacy and even personal defence. You learned everything you need to become a lord of your own all. Then, as a young adult, life changed as it always does. You became a squire. Though the distinction felt sudden to you, somewhere along the way you had become a man. The whole world seemed to change around you. When you were named squire to Sir Decimer Appleton at court, you practised long hours with weapons, learning how to deal out hard knocks and how to take them too. You were instructed in your obligations to your lord, and of your duties to those who might one day be your vassals. But in addition to learning the chivalric ideal, you also learned about the less uplifting side. Old warrior stories of ruthless power politics, of betrayals, usurpation of men who used to guile as well as valour to achieve their aims. But soon everything changed, and you decided to strike out on your own as an adventurer. What made you take this decision was a sense of duty. As war begins to tear the land apart and many march off to war, the desire to join them becomes ever pressing. As a man of honour, you feel duty bound to join the armies of your land and protect the regions you call home. As a noble man, you may find that you are able to take your place among the great lords relatively quickly. Well, very nice. That's really good, and I'm Sir Decimer Appleton now. I don't actually know who he is, he's a sir, but Appleton seems to marry for the Reach, so I was probably of a Reach man. Probably bloody obvious who he is, but I can't remember. Now, do I gather companions or not? I think I'll leave it. Okay, allow me to quit without saving, because that's what we do. Okay, Sir Ruon, obviously. Intelligence, you want? Be a brainy guy. Charisma, one of each, why not? Trainer. Foraging's quite important actually, it's pretty useful as well. I usually always have one of these. Prisoner, that's a must. Trade's kind of important. We'll put this into Iron Flesh. Can't go wrong with Iron Flesh. Alright, I want to use Bastard Swords, so I'm going to put a couple of these in, and Polearm's already at max, so that'll be lovely. Now, hair colour, I have black hair, so yeah, obviously you're going to have a character with black hair and a beard. Take a lovely, that'll be excellent. Just look through the hair. That's like evil lord looking hair. It's also pretty old. I don't know. Some of these hairstyles must be new. This mod's that's like emo. Okay. This is I'm coming up with a new hair. That's like brilliantly done. No, I think that first haircut I had, that one is gonna do perfect. Okay, you join a merchant and his family, travelling towards Storm's End. Storm's End, the capital of the Stormlands. Renly. Green shoots of wheat, barley and oats are all across the dark soil of the rolling hills, and the lower slopes of the snow-capped mountains earth of cattle, aurochs and sheep, grazing on the summer grass. Occasionally too you catch sight of one of the great war horses that are the pride of the nobility. The land here is rich, but also troubled, as the occasional burnt-out farm bears witness, a testament to the chaos the Tyrell host caused when it marched through 16 years earlier. You keep a wide berth of the forests where desperate men have taken refuge, and it is a relief when you crest the ridge and catch sight of the great castle in Storm's End, its rooftops made golden by the last rays of the sun. It sounds very similar to the Swading opening. Oops, grammar error. You're exhausted by the time you find the inn Storm's End, there's probably many inns, and go in search of a decent tavern. According to an old blind man sitting in the corner drinking a mug of stale ale, a kraken has been seen off the coast of Dawn, and a 5-headed calf has been born, killing its mother in the process. Surely an omen to be taken seriously. Dismissing the old fool as crazy, you venture out into the streets, which are still deserted. All of a sudden, you hear a sound that stands the hairs on your neck on end, the rasp of a blade sliding from its scabbard. A quick water break. Continue. But I need to switch that FPS off. Okay, I'll do that next video. Right, I am an archer. Lovely. I thought in the sky before. Alright, he comes from me. Die. Oh no. Right. Alright, let's talk to the guy. Osbert Clerk, are you alright? Well, I guess we are alive at any rate. I'm not sure that we can say the same for the other fellow. As one less chief to trouble the sheets at night. But oh heaven knows he won't be the last. Anyway, maybe you can help me with something. Let's talk more inside. Out here. We don't know who is a listener. He's got an Irish accent. The merchant takes you to his house. Once inside, he stands by the door for a while, checking the street. Gotta be careful. And then finally convinced you have not been followed. Comes near you to speak. Alright. This is his little home. I've been in castles better. Okay. Whoops, that was a kick. Nah. Now, let me explain my proposition. We've always had outlaws in the hill driven by banditry, by war, death, or love of violence. Recently, however, they've been getting bolder, leading camps in the wild and venturing into town, looking for unweary prey. The watch captain tells us it's because of all the fighting on the frontiers. We're meant to keep an eye on the streets, but I'm not sure what to make of that. It seems to me that the most logical explanation is these bandits have an ally inside the walls, who helps them enter unnoticed, and helps them identify particular detected targets. Last week, you see, they took me brother. There, I don't know what my brother was thinking. A lad from a prominent house, out alone after dark in times like these. Well, I suppose you are too, but you're a stranger here. I didn't know how bad things have become. He had no such excuse, but his family, so what can you do? If you don't protect your kin, then people start thinking you can't protect your investments either. That's smart thinking. And I can't have that. No doubt the gang will soon send word about the ransom, but I don't care to pay it. So here's my proposition. Feel like you've had a bit of experience, you could say that, with a blade, and more importantly, you must have a bit of fire in your belly. Aye, I do. Well, you wouldn't be coming to Storm's End to seek your fortune, had you? So here's what I'm asking you to do. Gather a small party, track down these outlaws to their lair, teach them a lesson they won't forget, and get my brother back safe. In return, you'll earn me lasting gratitude and a bit of silver. What you say, on gold? I am incredibly interested. You won't be able to do this by yourself, though. If you try and take on the whole gang single-handedly, the hunter will become the hunted. I'll want. You'll first want to round up a group of volunteers. There's always a few lads in the village around here looking for a bit of work. Yeah, I can provide work. That's more interesting than the tilling of the soil or hoarding water. They'll follow you if you pay, so take this purse of 100 dinars. Consider it an advance on your reward. Go around to the villages and use the money to hire some help. I'll reckon that you need at least 5 men to take on these bandits. Very good, sir. And you collect some men from around the villages. Good. You can find me again in the tavern here in Storm's End after you've got your group together. Then we'll speak about what to do next. Why did I give myself such a gay voice? Okay. Alright. Oh, lovely water. Oh, okay. It was tricking me. Tarth. The beauty. Okay. Right. I really want to go into service of, like, the Lannisters and stuff, because they're cool. They got all the money. That's where they're at. Although this is technically Crown Lands. But I guess they couldn't really put Crown Lands on if they wanted them to be allied. But no matter. I'm going to join up with Cersei, Joffrey, the cool guys. I see. Joffrey, well, cool. You're going to have lots of fun. Swear allegiance to them. Could you choose a banner? Alright. Which banner should I choose? 3 Kings? Fred the Spy. Okay. None that I recognise yet, much anyway. Oh, that's the Mandleys or something? No, never mind. That's an elk. Stag. Trident. If land's something to do with that, that's pretty cool. Might go with that. That's the Westerlings, though. No, oh, God. That's the Baratheons. Something to do with the Lannisters, Westerlands. Crow? Crows. Scorpion. Release bloody sigils. That's Targaryen. That's Mormont. That's Dunno the rest. Pretty fancy patterns, but I wanted something cool. That's the proper Crown Stag Baratheon. Mongrey. That's Tully. Haven't seen anything to do with the north other than maybe that thingy one. Oh, that's Joffrey's. That's the Tyrells. We do not sow. That's the we do. That's growing strong. That's the guys in Dawn. The Martells. Don't know. I think Floodley. Why not? I'll probably go with something cool looking. It's like German, that is. See Kyle. Oops. Never mind. This looks cool. Okay, back into Storm's Break. Let's recruit us some peasants. Let's do a bit safe. So we'll go to a couple more places. Yeah, I need to switch that FPS counter off. Next time. Woodsway. Eastercool, Harvest Hall. Tumbleton. I'll probably pay a visit to Tumbleton on my way to King's Landing, along the King's Road. That's the Rose Road, isn't it? The Antlered Inn. Okay, that was a weird noise I just felt the need to make.